Hello, this is Sir Brent, and we're going to talk about percentiles and the t-distribution. But first, what is the difference between t-distribution and z-distribution? So the formula here for t-distribution is t, small t is equals to the sample mean minus the population mean all over the sample standard deviation, which is S. Masyado lang maliit no? So this is S over the square root of n. This one. Okay? Where S is the sample standard deviation and N is the sample size. While for the Z distribution, it is Z is equal to sample mean minus the population mean. And the difference here, yung ano lang, population standard deviation, itong nasa denominator, which is sigma over the square root of the sample size. Okay. And then, what else? Degrees of freedom for T distribution is df is equal to the number of elements minus 1. And then for Z distribution, it is not applicable. No? So by the way, we will be using the T distribution table here. While sa Z distribution, we have the Z or the normal table. Okay? And then, for T distribution, it is when the population variance or sigma squared is unknown. Kaya ang given dito is the sample variance, which is represented by S squared. While sa Z distribution, ang population variance is known. Okay? And then T distribution works well for samples less than 30. Okay? And Z distribution works well with, or it requires large sample and is greater than or equal to 30. Okay? So, furthermore, T distribution has a shape of flatter and wider depending on the degrees of freedom. While yung Z distribution is a symmetrical bell-shaped curve or normal curve. No? Okay. And then, application, the theoretical basis for the t-test is the t-distribution, while the theoretical basis for the z-test is the z-distribution. Okay, for our first problem, no, practice problem, find the t-value of the 2.5th percentile on the table, on the t-table with degree of freedom 6. Okay, show solution. Okay. So sabi, pag sinabi natin 2.5 percentile, that is 2.5%. Okay. Or in decimal, we divide it with 100. We have 2.5 divided by 100 is 0.025. Or move two decimal places to the left. Okay, so 0.025. With degrees of freedom, df is equal to 6. So, tingnan natin sa t-table. We find the t-value using the t-distribution table. Okay, so that is 0.025. Tingin tayo dito sa one tail. And then, with degrees of freedom 6, tingnan natin intersection na, no? Ng 0.025 at saka ng 6. This one. So that is 2.447. Okay? So the intersection of 0.025. By the way, no, itong 0.025 is also known as the alpha or the level of significance or significance level. Okay, again, going back, 0.025, dito tayo sa one tail titingin, and then yung degrees of freedom of 6 dito, so the intersection is 2.447. Kung i-graph natin yan, so Pasensya na kayo sa akin drawing, no? This is 0. And then the 0.025 here, yung mali sa part dito. Okay. Okay, meaning this is lying on the negative side. Pinakuha natin is 2.447 since this is on the left side, ito ay negative. So the answer is C is equals to negative 2.447. By the way, we write this as C sub 0.025, comma the degree of freedom 6 equals to negative 2.447. Okay, for our next example, using the dataset 40, 45, 50, 50, 56, 60, 65, 80, 90, find the 10th percentile and show solution. Okay, let us use the formula P sub k equals to k over 100 times quantity n plus 1, where k is the nth percentile and n as the number of elements in the data set. Okay, we substitute. So we will be finding the 10th of p sub 10 equals to 10 divided by 100 times. So the number of elements is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? And quantity 9 plus 1. So this becomes 10 over 100 times 10. So solving this, we have 100 divided, 10 times 10 is 100. Divided by 100, we have 1. So ngayon, para makita natin yung 10th percentile, bibilang tayo ng isa. So the first element here is 40. So therefore, the 10th percentile among the dataset is the number 40. And how about we find the 50th, okay, yung 50th percentile among the dataset, among these numbers. So again, we will use the this formula P sub 50 equals to 50 divided by 100 times, again, 9 plus 1. Okay, so this becomes 50 over 100 times 10. Okay, so this becomes 500 divided by 100 is 5. So bibilang tayo ng 5, no? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 50th percentile is number 56. Okay, next example. Complete the table below by identifying the degrees of freedom, right-tailed area, and the p-value for each percentile and the sample size. Okay, we will skip yung 1, no, kasi wala tayo dun sa table nito. Let's start sa 75th percentile. Okay, so first we get the degrees of freedom. Okay. So formula natin sa degrees of freedom, by the way, df equals to n minus 1. So yung n natin dito, 5. So we have df is 5 minus 1. We have 4. Okay. Dito naman sa 25th percentile, with n 15. 15 minus 1. We have degrees of freedom 14. Okay, so this becomes 6. This becomes 20 minus 1, 19. Okay, right tail area or one tail area. Kung titingnan natin sa table, so kung titingnan natin, yung one tail or right tail, yung nasa taas. One tail is also right tail. Okay? So tingnan nga natin muna yung 75th percentile. Pero bago natin tingnan sa table yan. So sa 75th percentile, so to get the right tail area, no, that is, the formula is 1 minus 75th is 0.75. Okay, so this will give us 1 minus 0.75 is 0.25. Ibig sabihin, itong 0.25, this is the right tailed area. Ito yung titignan natin sa table. So, also known as the alpha. Okay, or the level of significance. So, we have here 0.25. Dito naman sa 25th, we have 1 minus 0.25 will give us 0.75. Okay, 0.75. Sa 90th, 1 minus 0.9. So, yung alpha natin is 0.10. Okay. And then for the 95th, so the most common, 90%, 95%. By the way, this is also known as the confidence level, no? Confidence level. Okay. So the 95th is 1 minus 0.95 or 0.05. Okay, let us fill this up. 0.1 and 0.05. Okay, let us get the t value. Una muna sa 75th, we have degrees of freedom 4 and the right tail area is 0.25. So, hanapin natin yung 0.25 sa taas. Okay. 0.25. Okay, right here, no? Sabi ng 0.5, sa gitna ng 0.5 at 0.2, 0.25. And then, degrees of freedom 4. So, the answer here, yung number na nag-intersect yung dalawa, is 0.741. 0.741. Take note that the t-value is positive dun sa 75th percentile kasi nasa right side siya ng curve, no? Sabihin, so if the center is 50th, yung 75th nandito yan. Okay? 75th. So, nasa positive siya. Okay? So, let the 0 and nasa right ay positive value. Okay. For dito naman sa 25th, so we expect na yung 25th is in the negative side. Diba? Okay. Kung dito ay yung 50th, yung 25th nandito, no? Banda. Okay? So, this is in the negative side, left side. So, tingnan natin yung 0.75. Okay, let's skip muna yung yung 0.75 kasi wala tayo dito sa table. Tignan natin sa one page nila. Okay? So, punta tayo sa 0.1. Okay? O 0.10. So, ito siya sa one tail. Ito siya sa 0.1. And then, degrees of freedom is 6. So, yung tapat niya is 1. Tapat nila is 1.440. Okay? 1.440. Okay, take note that the 90th percentile nasa positive siya, kaya positive to, no? Yeah, positive 1.440. Nasa right side siya ng curve natin. Okay, next, lastly, yung 95th percentile, tingnan natin sa ating table kung meron ba tayo. So, that is 0.05. Okay, meron tayo dito, no? This one. 0.05 and the degrees of freedom is 19. Okay. So, we have 1.729. Okay. That is positive 1.729. Just like yung 90th percentile, yung 95th natin, nasa kanan din, no? So, dito yung ating curve. So, kung ito ay 50th, yung 90th natin nandito, di ba? Okay? At saka yung ating 95th, nanda rito rin yun, 95th. So, they are in the positive side. So, yeah, positive t-value na.